Hey, everybody.
Oh,
Welcome to this
Oh,
episode of
si-
Thinking Outside the Long
oh,
Box.
wait
Juan-
for it.
Juan's not actually recording everywhere like he said
No,
he
no, I
was.
am. I
Oh,
am.
okay.
oh,
I'm Gabe.
our first sound effect.
No, it's like our third sound effect of all time. It's just that the other two were like 6 fucking years ago.
Yeah.
Oh
Did
my
you introduce yourself? I'm sorry.
nah, yeah, I'm Gabe.
I'm Tim.
I'm on.
Oh man.
You'll hear
Uh,
it. You'll hear it intermittently.
so So, as anybody that's watching this on YouTube can tell, we are back to COVID, shut in our homes. Things are kind of crazy out there again, and just out of an abundance of precaution, we're talking to each other live on Skype. So, if you're listening to the podcast and it sounds a little like hesitant and weird, like it has in the past a couple times, just bear with us. But this should be a pretty good show because
Should it be?
Juan
Ugh.
hates what we're about to talk about. I only
Which is
sort of
great
like
for us.
I only sort of like what we're going to talk about, and Tim
It's only
loves
good for
what
Tim. It's only good for Tim.
basically we're going to just argue about this movie a lot, I think. But today we're going to do our pop culture
sad.
classic, which is the Jeremy Piven movie PCU. Juan, tell us.
PCU is a 1994 American comedy film written by Adam Leff and Zach Penn and directed by Hart Bachner about college life at the fictional Port Chester University and represents an exaggerated view of contemporary college life. The film is based on the experiences of Leff and Penn at Eclectic Society and Wesleyan University. It stars Jeremy Piven, John Favreau, David Spade. Is there anybody else famous who's in this movie? Jake
No.
Busey.
Uh,
He's famous enough.
Parliament Funkadelic.
Oh yeah.
George Clinton, yeah.
Yeah, he's hella famous. He's probably more famous than all of the actors in the movie.
Probably even still.
Oh,
Yeah.
David Spade.
David Spade is pretty famous, but like the P-Funk's been around since like the 60s, dude. Like,
Has he really though, or is he just weekend at Bernieing it? Because that's what it seems like sometimes.
oh, well, I mean, in 94 he wasn't weekend and
Oh, that's true.
it.
Yeah,
Like,
you're right.
Fuck no.
It was pretty dope in 94.
So this movie, the budget was $8 million, and it grossed a solid $4,333,000. So it
Woo!
lost $4 million.
Holy shit.
Shit. That
Why was it so expensive?
is because
$8
there's
million?
a
That's not really
thousand
that
fucking
expensive.
people in this movie.
I
That's
bet you
part
so.
of it. There's
Yeah,
just
I bet a
so
lot of
many
it.
people in it.
I agree with you.
How much you want to bet like a cool million of that was just to get George Clinton to be in this fucking movie?
Probably. He was like, what is this bullshit you're asking me to do?
Like I have to say when I was in high school and this movie came out, I thought it was really, really funny, right? Like because it was such a weird exaggeration of like, the whole PC culture thing, like in the early 90s. Now that I watch it, it's just annoying. Like everybody in the movie is annoying. It's weird. This is one of these movies that I have like really good memories about, but does not hold up over time. Like to the point of being like, I wouldn't say it's like offensive, but there's definitely points in the movie where you're like, man, that's fucked up. Like you shouldn't say shit like that. And like that's kind of I get that that's like the point of the movie, but it's still fucking annoying as fuck to me. So I don't know.
I just didn't think it was that funny. I mean, it's got a pretty stellar cast. Obviously a lot of these people are very young in their. I don't know. David Spade had been doing a lot of things at this point, but I don't know
David
that Jeremy
Spade's
Piven
always
was.
been old.
Yeah. I I think a lot of these people are like big to us now, but I feel like this is infancy for most of these bigger stars, and I just didn't think it was that funny. I just it felt like every other fucking college movie that's ever really been made, except for not as funny.
Hurts a little bit to hear all this, guys. I love this movie. I think it's the pinnacle of collegiate humor movies. No, it's not. But it's funny.
It's fucking close.
It's good enough. It makes me laugh. It's got Parliament Funkadelic in it.
What were the movies that? What were the movies that Kal Penn and Ryan Reynolds did? Because I think those were pretty funny. But for some reason, I can't fucking remember the names of them.
Oh, Van Wilder.
There you go, Van Wilder. That was a funny college movie.
I guess like college movies for me, like kind of start and end with Animal House, man. Like
Animal House is definitely the king of college movies.
I think part of my problem with this movie is that when I was in high school and it came out, it was funny because I didn't know any of those people. You know, like I didn't know any vegetarians. I didn't know any like lesbian feminists. I didn't know any, black activists. I didn't know anybody that was like that. Like I was totally being raised as like a half-breed in like a fucking, super white like county in a school that was like a Christian, like super sheltered high school. And because I didn't know anybody like that, like the stereotypes of all of those kind of people made me laugh a lot. But now that I know people like that, I either find the stereotypes annoying because they're exactly like the people that they're portraying, or I find them kind of irritating because they're not like people that are like that. Like the weeklies, the ones that like change what they're rooting for every week, that they throw meat on and stuff. Like that shit's funny and it gave me a chuckle, but I also know people like that and I fucking hate them. So like every single time they're like talking and changing and doing whatever, I'm just like, man, fuck off. I don't want to see these people anymore. They're so obnoxious.
So there's a line about that in the trailer, and I'm trying to do more this week. Was fucked with family stuff and Thanksgiving, but the
shower died.
Huh?
Shower downstairs died.
Oh, I almost had an in-law pass away, so it was,
I know.
It was pretty crazy this week. But I was trying to do more and more reaction videos.
I'm there with you guys. I'm there with you guys too. It's just since we're all unloading real quick. Yeah, my mother, COVID positive, took a second test, COVID negative. So yeah, it's been a real roller coaster over here too lately.
Yeah, my mom messaged us on Friday to say that she has pneumonia and would find out at her COVID test like later, and I was just like, man, fuck this, fuck all of this.
Why is all of this happening?
That's why I think I had it last year, because that's when I had pneumonia. But
thanks, Obama.
Yeah. Beyond that,
had it last year, didn't tell anybody.
Yeah, I just spread it everywhere.
He's a Chinese spy.
Infiltrator. I infiltrated the voting system too.
I would say we should watch out for Trump listening to us, but he's too busy whining, so.
But there was the line in the trailer. Let's get back to that. The trailer, I'm trying to do more reaction videos, especially to the things we're talking about.
Oh yeah, I saw that video.
It's that line is, I thought that they were talking about the climate or something last week, and it made me laugh because it's just like you said, I feel like that's just the thing that happens now. Every week somebody's mad about something, and it's the new thing, it's the new, let's put it on the internet and we're gonna whine and bitch about it.
For sure. Like that's exactly kind of, that's really my problem with the movie is, like I said, some of the people that they're portraying are either so fucking annoying I don't want to watch them, or they're people that aren't like that in real life. So I'm like, man, fucking stop dogging people that I know. Like, and I feel like I thought Jeremy Piven was super funny when I was younger because I was also an arrogant prick when I was like 22. And now every time Jeremy Piven talks, I'm like, don't fucking talk to people like that, you piece of shit. Like, I'll kill you. Like, he's just such a condescending asshole.
It is a battle. It's like a battle of
him?
evils. I don't think so. It's like a battle of evils because Piven's character is like a smug piece of shit, and so is oh god damn it, Chris Farley's henchman.
David Spade.
David Spade. Jesus, I can never remember his name.
I feel
He's
like Chris
also,
Farley's henchman is the most amazing title for David Spade.
But yeah, he's like also a smug piece of shit. So they're just like at odds over this like college dorm, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, it's absurd. I don't know.
Van Wilder came out in 2002. It came out after I thought for some reason they'd come out beforehand or around the same time, but this came out almost 10 years later, and I think Ryan Reynolds plays the douchebag kind of senior dude way better than Jeremy Piven did.
Man, I bet Ryan Reynolds was like 12 years old when this movie came out.
Probably saw this movie and wanted to make Van Wilder.
Exactly.
He's like, I can be a better smug asshole.
And now he's Deadpool.
Yeah, the best smug asshole.
Yeah,
right.
Just about as perfect a casting as you could ask for.
So,
Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 47% critic score and a 75% audience score.
That sounds about right. I mean, definitely. Like, if this was on TV and I was just, like, sitting down and it just randomly happened to be on, which is not really something that happens to me anymore, because I don't watch a lot of live TV, but, like, say I was at Juan's house and PCU just came on, Juan would probably change the channel, but I don't think I would. Like, I think I would just sit there and let it happen and be like, oh, yeah, that's fine. But
you're kind of like, well, at least at the end of this, you know, there's some pretty good music.
Exactly. No, let's wait till we see the Parliament. That's my favorite part.
That's the crazy thing to me. It's literally like no movie for like 5 or 6 minutes. It's just music.
Yeah. Which I like. Like, that's something that used to happen quite a bit, like in movies in the 80s and 90s, where the last like 3-4 minutes before like the kind of wrap up of the film, there'd just be a band performance. Yeah. Like, I think that's something that like Scott Pilgrim versus the World kind of ties in, is like that whole there's music performances throughout the whole movie, even though even though most of them are like 35 seconds long before they turn into like anime, you know, fucking guitar battle. But
yeah.
God, that movie's good. We should have watched that.
Oh, here's why maybe it's not as funny. In the wiki, it says Jeremy Piven complains in the DVD audio commentary that actors were not allowed by the director to improvise at all.
Huh. That's weird.
So they had to read, it sounds like, verbatim what was on the page, which kind of sucks for a comedy.
That would absolutely suck for a comedy.
Yeah,
like if you think of something funny, you just should say it, not be told. Yeah,
because usually improv.
That's not what we wrote down.
Usually improv is way fucking better.
Well, look at Anchorman. Like, the first Anchorman was amazing because it was a ton of improv. I think the problem is like when you go to the second Anchorman, it's not amazing because it's all improv. Like, they didn't really have like a hard and fast script, and that I think probably fucked them pretty bad.
They were just like, let's just do this thing. Who cares?
Yeah. Hey guys, let's print some money.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Rent's due.
That little baby needs a rent. I want my money. You're drunk again.
We're really not thrilled to talk about this movie. I mean, I
Oh,
liked it.
No.
I liked it, and it was funny, but it's it's not the best movie.
As
I
soon
was
as I
more-
saw the trailer, because I purposefully waited to do my reaction video to the trailer before I watched the movie. I was like, I even say it in the trailer, in my reaction video. I'm like, fuck, I'm not gonna like this movie. I already knew it because it just, like I said, it's exactly like every other high school or college type of movie that doesn't include sports. You know what I mean? Because those are a lot different in their own right, and they're the same in their own right as well. But
they're
it's just like
movies, so.
right. But it's just
Yeah.
like every other fucking comedy college movie, and it's just not funny.
Oh, there is an amazing Roger Ebert quote about this movie. He said the film begins with a fantastic premise, but immediately loses faith in it. I mean, because like the idea is pretty funny. Like the idea of like this freshman like being confronted with like how different college culture is going to be versus high school culture, like that is a pretty funny setup. It's just that it's almost like so little happens over the course of the movie that it's funny. There's funny shit in it, like funny things happen, like some of the stereotypes are like obnoxiously like stupid, but it also just kind of spins its wheels. Like he's stuck at the college for like a weekend, and these different groups are like crazy. That's
trying
it.
to murder him.
Yeah, like I mean it's, yeah, I don't know. It's not horrible, but it's not great. Here's some other interesting stuff. Guitar virtuoso Steve Vai. I don't know if Tim probably knows who he is. I don't know if
Yeah,
Juan
yeah.
does. Steve
No.
Vai is like
Legendary guitar player.
he is like a legendary guitar player, but he's like the very stereotypical 80s like wow guitar player. You know what I'm saying?
One
But-
more time, I missed that.
No,
Do it.
I can't do it again.
Oh
That
man.
hurt my head so fucking bad right there.
Juan, cut it, loop it.
Over, my wife has all my money.
Yeah, we need to
Uh,
make those ringtones.
So this is
I'm trying to see if I can get a list of 15 of like best college movies.
one of the other things that was interesting about it, like in the 90s, definitely movies started to put out soundtracks that would like sit independent of like the movie. Like you could buy the Pulp Fiction soundtrack and just listen to it, even if you hadn't seen the movie. Like
Any
the movie.
Will Smith movie.
What's that?
Any Will Smith movie.
Yeah, well, Will Smith usually came out with like a song.
But I think he
Yeah.
tied it into whatever his albums were, though.
Right, but it wasn't like I mean like soundtracks that are like designed for the movie. They started leaning a lot more away from like really score heavy movies for like comedies
Yeah.
and like action films, and started to lean into like scoring it with pre-existing songs. It's 100% Quentin Tarantino's fault. But like this idea that you could have like a movie and an album where all the music is in the movie, but it's also like independent of the movie, was something that was really fun in the 90s. And the soundtrack to this isn't bad. Like, I mean, obviously it has George Clinton on it. It has like a cover of a Black Flag song. It's got a Mudhoney song. Like, there's a lot of good songs on it and stuff that honestly, like, I wouldn't mind listening to the soundtrack to this. I mean, I would be more interested in listening to the soundtrack later today than in watching the movie again, for sure.
It's kind of like that whole mixtape culture that existed back then after
Yeah.
cassettes stopped being so popular. Like, you could go get like a whole bunch of songs that were good, that you were like relevant to something maybe else that you liked,
Yeah.
and that was the shit. Like, I had soundtracks when I was a kid. I had like Fuck, I had the Men in Black soundtrack. I had I think I had Bad Boys. I think I had
The ultimate one was
maybe
The Crow. The ultimate
sure.
fucking movie soundtrack was The Crow. Like I watched that movie like 5 times in the theater, and I played the tape till it broke, and then bought a CD of it. Like fuck, that soundtrack was so good. I still listen to it sometimes.
For sure, dude.
Fucking Jesus and Mary Chain and Thrill Kill Cult and shit. Like that stuff's so good.
So I could only find one list that had PCU on it. And it's a list of 23 college movies.
And it's number 23.
I'm going to go very quickly through this. Sydney White is number 23. It looks like it's an Amanda Bynes movie. Dead Man on Campus, 1998, Alan Cohn movie.
We got a Doyle.
We got a Doyle?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I can hear you.
Well, I'm in the middle of listing off a list of best college movies. Let me know if you agree, Doyle.
Okay, the one that we watched is not one of them.
No, it is the only one I could find on any list. This is the only list I could find with it on it.
Okay.
Oh, fuck. I got to mute.
21 is Freshman Orientation, 2004, a Ryan Shiraki movie. 20 is Sorority Boys, 2002, Wallace Wolodarski movie. Van Wilder, The Rise of Taj is number 19. American Pie Presents Beta House is number 18. Slackers is number 17, which I've never seen. Neighbors, I hear a lot of people talk about it. Neighbors 2 is number 16. College Road Trip is number 15. How High is 14.
That's a college movie? Oh, yeah, it is, because they're in the dorm room. Yeah, okay. Yeah. That movie is amazing.
You wouldn't think so, because of them being rappers. Like, didn't really make any sense.
Yeah, that movie didn't make any kind of fucking sense.
No, definitely good.
PCU is 13. Neighbors is 12. Pitch Perfect is 11. Real Genius is 10. This is a 1995 movie.
I'm not ashamed to admit that I love Pitch Perfect.
I've never seen that movie either.
I mean, why would you be ashamed? It's a really good movie with singing and shit.
I'm just saying. The movie's fucking good.
Number 9 is Accepted. I like that movie.
Accepted is amazing. With fucking what's his name?
Big dude who got skinny.
Oh my god, who's the comedian that plays the dean?
Oh shit, I don't know the dean, but the dude the main comedian is the fat guy who got skinny, and he's in the 21 Jump Street movies.
Do you want to touch my wiener?
What is that guy's name?
I can't remember.
Me nuts.
Jonah Hill.
Yes, he's in Superbad.
Yeah. Number 8 is The Waterboy. Number 7 is Road Trip, which is also a funny movie. Number 6 is American Pie 2. Number 5 is Back to School, a 1986 Rodney Dangerfield movie.
Oh, that's the one where he does the triple Lindy.
I've never seen it.
Dude,
I like Rodney Dangerfield.
So that movie is funny, sort of, but my wife fucking hates Rodney Dangerfield, so she despises that movie. So every once in a while, when I don't know. Every once in a while, when I really want to irritate her, I talk about doing the triple Lindy, and it just drives her nuts, dude. So funny.
Number 4 is National Lampoon's Van Wilder. Number 3 is Revenge of the Nerds. Number 2 is Old School, and number 1 is Animal House.
It has to be
for sure.
It's the only list I could find PCU on. Otherwise, it was never mentioned in the 7 articles I looked at.
So
Animal
how
House
many
is a nostalgic choice?
How many, like, in general, how many of those movies do you think you've seen? Because I think I've maybe seen 6 of the movies on that list.
Let's see.
I think I've seen at least half, and
probably for me too.
Probably more than half, actually.
A lot of those are my generation. We were stupid. We made a lot of bad movies.
The Neighbors is
Your fault.
way too far down. Neighbors is like fucking hysterical.
That movie is really, really funny. Is that
I
the one?
never saw the second one, but
the second one was okay. Like, I mean, just like every comedy sequel.
The first one is great.
I've seen 12 of the 23.
And honestly, like as much as I love the number one choice, I really don't think it's better than Old School. Old School's fucking one of the funniest movies I've ever seen in my life.
Old School really is about a perfect fucking comedy.
I
really
think
think
Animal
it's
House
just-
is too, though. Like,
I think Animal House is because people are dead and they're old comedians. It is really funny. Like, it's still super funny, but it's just, dude, it's not Will Ferrell screaming like, "You're my boy, Blue." Like,
I'm
it
just
is
not-
not.
I think Old School is funny. For me, I'm not a big Will Ferrell fan. I just don't think that
He's not even the main part of the movie,
that's
though.
because you have no heart.
we watched. So my wife was feeling down, obviously for obvious reasons, and so I put on Elf because I know she likes it, even though I
Watched Elf
detest
this
the
week,
movie.
too.
I don't like that movie almost at all. But it makes us feel good. So I'm just not a big Will Ferrell guy.
Maybe
Again.
one is a sociopath.
Good chance.
He just has no
That's a
feelings.
callback.
I don't like Elf.
I hate funny things.
I hate joy and love.
I hate good movies.
I like that this conversation literally turned into what college movies are better than PCU.
All of them.
All of them.
That happens sometimes, man. But you have to
I didn't watch
admit,
More,
like,
I
more
didn't watch
often than not
PC.
with a Tim pick.
I didn't watch PCU because the first time I watched it, I thought it was terrible, and I couldn't go back. But it was just like, to me, I think I saw it when I was like 15, and I was just like, it's every called shot. You could like see every joke coming a mile away. They're trying so hard and everything. It's like the try-hard movie of the century.
No, that's Donnie Darko, bud.
Oh, I disagree,
I knew
sir.
that was where that was going.
I mean, I knew it was going
Donnie
there as
Darko.
well.
I'm
I knew it was
just
going
giving
there as
you
well, but the
shit,
internet
bro. I'm just
is
giving you
way more
shit.
with me.
History is way more with me. To be honest, he's right. Donnie Darko didn't lose $4 million.
This
It
is
also,
true.
It also has people who like it, whereas like everyone hates this movie.
Well, that's not true either. It's actually 75% on Rotten Tomatoes.
No, it's
One out
not.
of
It's,
four
look, it's
idiots
like
like
44%.
47 on the critic side, 75 on the viewer side.
Oh man, I just remember this movie tried hard. It's like every laugh, I couldn't even laugh because I just knew the joke was coming like 10 minutes before they did it.
Doyle
I
feels
had
the
this-
same
I-
way about PCU that I do Donnie Darko.
So
No, I still don't have like the vile hatred you do for the film. I just didn't like it.
True.
I had
I
this
wouldn't
experience.
like kill people because they made it.
So I had
Gotcha.
this experience a long time ago, where right before
are you on
Nutty
Team Small
Professor. What? Anyway,
Are you
Right
that
before-
one?
right before Nutty Professor 2 came out, Steve and I went to see a movie, like in the theater. I don't even remember what movie it was, but there was a trailer for Nutty Professor 2, and it's stupid, right? And it's like a lot of fart jokes and people falling down and stuff like that, and like everybody in the theater was laughing, right? The trailer ends and Steve just goes, "That's not fucking funny. All those jokes are fucking stupid. This is what's wrong with America." And I feel like that's Doyle's reaction to PCU.
I don't know that I would scream it in an audience, but yeah.
Man, he got some hard stares. It was really funny because
I was screaming on a podcast though.
Dude, I learned my lesson after Spider-Man 3 when like
the standing
Everyone-
O.
people clapped at the end of that movie, and I was like, I literally incredibly way louder than I meant to. Like, I was hanging out with friends, I just meant to say it. But I was like, was I the only one that watched this fucking movie? And everybody like looked at me like they were gonna fucking murder me. I'd like watch my back the whole way out. I was like, how did you guys enjoy this?
It's so fucking bad, dude.
It's so bad.
I.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I don't know if I'd give it a standing O. Like, I don't know that last time I was like, yeah, at the movie theater. Like, that's a weird thing to me.
It was a midnight showing, like a pre-release. Like there was all kinds of nerds dressed up. I mean, I think they would have cheered had it been just was underdog shit, but had it
Yeah, I mean,
dog shit.
you prove your point already.
Yeah.
The movie is awful.
It is.
If I walked out of that film and Tobey Maguire was there, I would have shin kicked him.
Like, you had every opportunity to make something amazing and just utterly drop the ball.
And the only good part of the movie is like the second-rate B bad guy that they shouldn't even have put in the film. Like Sandman is like the best part of that movie, and I don't even know why he's in there because it's in a movie. Like,
yeah,
and they're like,
whole.
Let's take our coolest bad guy, but let's not ever show his face that everybody loves. Instead, whose face will it be? Oh, that little skinny guy from that '70s show. It's like, I feel like comedy actors were like passing jokes around the table, and executives were sitting there. And they're like, "Yeah, yeah." That's how that movie got made.
All right. Well, I'm gonna give PCU a big fat thumbs fucking down. I recommend nobody go out and watch it ever.
I mean, first of all, you have to try really hard to find it.
Yeah, there is.
I was gonna watch it, and then I just kind of didn't feel like looking that hard.
It took me just a couple minutes.
It's not on like Prime or Netflix or Hulu or any of that shit.
So this movie is like fully out of print. Like, it's hard to find old DVD copies of it. Like VHS copies of this are like $50. Like, well, it's just it's hard to find. Like, anything that's out of print and hard to find, like, the price runs up on it.
I mean, I understand why that this movie is like that, but
yeah.
You know what other movies like that's good that I've been trying to find recently is Brotherhood of the Wolf, and I just can't fucking find that movie.
I have a copy of it on video if you want it.
I don't have
$50.
The only way you can get that movie, Doyle, because I had to order it this way, is overseas. You have to get it from Europe in Blu-ray if that's how you want it. But you have to make sure it's region free, or you won't fucking be able to watch it here anyway.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to.
I can also get you a PAL DVD player. So.
Yeah.
Well, I don't understand. That movie's actually really good. I don't know why that movie can't be gotten anywhere.
Because it's French made. Like, it's a French film, and there's probably not a shitload of market for it right now. Like, something like Blue Underground or like something weird will pick it up and release it on Blu-ray eventually, but probably not for a while.
Every now and then, like a
steelbook
company will release it with fresh art.
Brotherhood of the Wolf, the Director's Cut Blu-ray, is available on Amazon for $19 plus $4 shipping.
That's not bad.
It must have been restored. Last time I looked, there wasn't any copies available. There was only used ones.
I don't know if it's new. I guess. Did I say it was new? I have no idea if it's new.
PCU was so lame, we literally started devolving into a completely different film. That's awesome.
We should try and buy Brotherhood of the Wolf.
I literally just told you that I have a copy of it.
Can we just make it a pick for next time? Can we commit to that?
What's that?
We should own the movie, I'm telling you, Gabe.
Oh, we should buy the rights to Brotherhood of the Wolf? What the fuck would we do with that?
I don't know. We'd own a sweet French movie.
I mean, it's still gotta
be that French vajay, bro.
There's some of that in the movie.
I've never seen it.
So,
if you're gonna watch it, you'd have to purchase it that way, or go to Gabe's house and sit down and watch it on VHS.
Yeah, which I would be all about that, though.
Would you? With the pandemic the way it is.
That's true.
Yeah, probably not for a while, but eventually I would be.
So I thumbs down to this movie. What are we doing around the table?
I thumbs it way down.
Unfortunately, I have to thumbs down it as well. Like, it just doesn't hold up over time for me.
Doyle?
Oh, I already thumbs it.
He already said thumbs down.
All right, it's me then. I don't want to have all of this go completely negative, so I'm going to give 2 really big thumbs up to Brotherhood of the Wolf. It's an awesome French action film. We should totally watch it for the show. I might watch it just because it's
I probably will.
I think what we've learned. Look, we've all had bad choices, all of us. But I feel like Tim is on some kind of a bad choice fucking record. I don't know if we should let him choose anymore.
No, I like when he chooses because it gives me an opportunity to be upset about things.
That's true.
Because I pick the most mediocre shit and force everybody to watch it. It's almost
You know
more annoying. It's almost
feel like
worse
this
than if
whole-
Doyle was making us pick Over the Top or fucking Battlefield Earth.
How
Like
dare you with over the
I
top.
think what sucks is that it's not that Tim picks bad things. It's almost like they're just not interesting things. Like that's like when your parents. That's like when your
He's
parents
just not
tell you.
interesting.
It's like when your parents tell you they're not mad at you; they're just disappointed. It's the same feeling to me.
I kind of have that overall arcing feeling about everything that we watched this week.
Oh, really?
Ouch.
We'll get
Wow.
into that in the next few episodes for sure.
Well, we're ready to take us out, Gabe, if you want.
Yeah, well, let's do it. Well, everybody, on that note that we're going to talk about things that Doyle doesn't like for 2 episodes, be sure to check us out at totlb.com. That's where you can find all of our social media contacts, our shop, which of course you should head over to and buy the 2021 cosplay boudoir calendar. Lots of very attractive women in very little clothing,
Shapes
dressed
and
as
sizes,
very cool characters.
lots of different races.
Lots of butt cheeks.
Actually, not that many butt cheeks.
That's true. We eliminated a lot of butt cheeks.
We did eliminate quite a few butt cheeks, but in general, though, it's a ton of fun. Be sure to check it out, totlb.com/shop. You can also find shirts and all sorts of other great stuff there. Also, if you'd like to support the show, visit us at patreon.com/totlb. We do all sorts of videos. Oh, how many do you have left of my reviews?
Only 3, I think.
Okay, so there'll be a bunch more of those coming out probably in the next few days. Or Juan, I'll get you some more of those in the next few days is what I meant to say. They won't be coming out.
Everything was gonna be out, if plans would have went correctly.
Right.
It's
But life is life.
Yeah.
And then let's see what
for
else.
everybody.
It's been a rough week, so I'm not going to make fun of Michael Kirk this week, but give us a call, 970-573-6148. Call us on the Michael Kirk Memorial Hotline. He loved midgets. Now he's dead. Leave us a message.
And there it is.
We'd love to hear what you have to say, about PCU, whether you love it or hate it. What are some of your favorite college movies? We'd love to hear some of that, too. I know that I really only have 2, and they're Old School and Animal House. And maybe Van Wilder, sorta, but it's not that great of a movie either. Let's see.
We talked about this bullshit for 38 minutes.
Have I forgotten anything? I don't think I have.
I don't think so.
No, right on. Oh, yeah. Visit us at youtube.com/thinkingoutsidethelongbox. Please like, share, subscribe. If you're watching this video right now, do those things. If you don't, you're an asshole because it's super easy. Leave us a comment on...
Wherever he is.
Tell us what you think of the show. We'd love to hear you. Past that, I've been Gabe.
I'm Tim.
I'm Doyle.
I'm Juan.
And this has been another scintillating episode of Thinking Outside the Long Box.
Bye.
Goodbye, fuck faces.
Don't go to PCU.